Okay, so in this demonstration, I'm going to show you how we can easily integrate Microsoft LAPS, which stands for Local Administrator Password Solution, with SbPAM. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, LAPS is a free credential rotation capability that can be added to Active Directory, and it allows any domain joined Windows Server or workstation to have its administrator credential managed. So in terms of setting it up, it couldn't be simpler. So in SbPAM, we simply go into our integration connectors, and you'll see here we have one set up for LAPS. We're assigning the service account, we're giving it a domain. I've also created an activity which is called local administrator account. So all this is doing is it's saying use a Vault connector, use LAPS, and then administrator is a credential they want to be able to receive. And then we've created an access policy that then associates groups of users with that activity and the resources that they can access the credentials from. So how this looks from a user perspective is they simply go in, they select the local administrator account, select the system that they want the password from. Now what we're doing at the back end is we're now pulling that credentially through our BYOV connector from LAPS. Because the access policy I've set up for this, I'm allowing the user to be able to view the password. So if we take a look at the connection profile, you'll see that we have that option enabled. So now the user is able to copy it to clipboard because we've also allowed copying. And you'll see here, if the user did need to view it, or needs to copy it to clipboard from here, we can do so. Or you could turn off the ability to view the password and then just have the user click the icon, in which case we're going to log the user into that endpoint using that administrator credential. And if we take a look here, you see we're logged in as the administrator. So it really could not be simpler in terms of setting that up. And then simply, as soon as we finished, then what we're doing here is we are now doing a password rotation on that endpoint. So we're actually forcing LAPS to go out and rotate that administrative credential. So even though we've been exposed to it, now it is going to be something entirely different. Now, in terms of viewing, exactly what that user did, if we've enabled the rights to be able to, if somebody has actually done a recording, then what you'll see here is we're able to record everything that happened in that session. So it might be that some use cases you might want to give a user access to that password because you want them to be able to log in directly. Or if you don't give access to the password, this is where you can log them in through the proxy, and then we can record all of that session activity.